Hey, what's happening? Jason Woodland here with Always the Journey TV. We are coming at you with episode number 4. So we had episode number 3 yesterday, which was on election day. Today is the day after. And wild times around the world. So we're continuing on, having a good time, staying positive, and continuing the work and the hustle and the grind. So episode number 4, I'm ultra excited to bring on a good friend named Kristen. She is in the hardwood flooring business. We're going to talk a little bit about that. So we actually met while in business networking, and we were able to spend some time talking, and we hit it off and had a good time talking about our love for music and animals and all kinds of fun stuff. So I would like to go ahead and introduce you. Here in just a moment, I'm going to bring her on. But right before I do, I would like to introduce Kristen Bullock. She has a bachelor's degree in mass communication from the University of Utah. She also has a very extensive background working in both public relations and reputation management, and has worked for both big and small companies. She's currently married, doesn't have any children, huge love for animals, like I mentioned. She's currently an animal activist. She fosters and transports animals whenever she is able to and whenever is needed. She also is a philanthropist when it comes to animals. She likes to donate money, and she volunteers her time as much as she possibly can. Currently, she's working towards owning a 2,000-acre ranch in Montana. Now, if you've ever been to Montana, the place is magnificent. It's called Big Sky for a reason. It's beautiful. And what she was wanting to look at doing is over the next 10 years, she wants to operate this ranch and create an animal rescue, including camels and a wild horse herd. Camels would be absolutely amazing, especially being able to just feed them and hang out with them all the time. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I would love to bring on my friend, Kristen Bullock. What's happening?
Hey, Jason.
You having a good day?
Having a great day. Thank you for that wonderful introduction.
Yeah, absolutely. Tell me just really quick about the flower you have on your shirt. That's really awesome.
Thank you. So these are sympathy flowers, actually, because I lost one of my dogs this past weekend.
Oh.
And yeah, so I had some flowers sent to me, and this one was starting to wilt. And I thought, what a great way to have it be part of my outfit today.
Oh my gosh, that's right. I did see that on Facebook, and I definitely send my condolences. That's a phenomenal heartbreak.
Yeah, we had an amazing 13 years together. I'm so very thankful for the time that we had. He had actually been quite sick the last few years, and his passing was really peaceful. So I couldn't have asked for a better way to say goodbye to my best friend.
Oh, wow. Well, the Rainbow Bridge, right? And I see you've got some of your furry friends in the background.
Yes.
Fur babies.
Yep, that's Bentley. He's my 9-year-old pit bull, and
I love it.
Also a sweetheart. So I'm very thankful that. Oh, and then there's my cat.
Yep. That is awesome. So today what I'd like to do is get a really granular understanding of your business. So you've got a business partner, Van Church. You guys own the business together, and you guys are growing and thriving like crazy. The business is called Statement Hardwood Flooring.
Yes.
Okay. Tell me, what inspired you to get involved into the hardwood flooring business?
Well, truthfully, both of us weren't very happy at our current places of employment before starting our business. I was experiencing some poor management, and he did not have much opportunity for growth. And so I just started thinking, why don't we put our skill sets together? Myself with my marketing background, and he having the hardwood flooring experience. We started doing some side work just to kind of get a feel for doing it on our own. And side work turned into full time, and we decided to make it legitimate. And then it's been an evolving process since then, because of course, when you first start your business and you make your business projections, you literally have no idea what you're actually talking about if you've never experienced it before. And, we have slowly evolved into what we are today, which is very passionate about sanding and refinishing real hardwoods.
Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head there, because of course, when writing business plans, and I've written, I don't know, a couple of hundred of them, because I used to do some financing and consulting for, small business and mid-range businesses.
Yeah.
And, the pro forma concept, you're building out the next 3 to 5 years. But the catch is there's 1,000 things that can happen. COVID-19 is one of them. So yeah, I think, of course, having your goals and stuff set is absolutely imperative, but sort of wrangling that in is also a good idea. So hardwood floors, do you do just actual hardwood, or do you do any kind of laminates or anything along those lines? What does the product concept look like?
Great question. So we do. We service all hardwood flooring type materials, laminate planking, luxury vinyl plank, engineered, pre-finished. We do service all of those. What we have found, though, is the market is pretty saturated. There are lots of companies, including other flooring companies, that do the laminate, the LVP, the engineered, and they are relatively on the easier side, especially when it comes to installation. So what we have found is there are not many companies that will invest in the training or the equipment to sand and refinish.
Mm-hmm.
So while we do service that whole spectrum, our specialty and what we do, I want to say 90% of the time, is sanding and refinishing. And we even have other flooring companies who refer us to their clients who are wanting a sand and refinish done.
Okay, so if someone came to you with like a house from, let's say, the 20s, and it was all original hardwood, you guys could really get into that and help them. Is that correct?
Absolutely. Yeah, in fact, we service lots of older buildings. Right now, our current job is the Red Banjo restaurant up in Park City, Utah, built in the 1900s, and we're refinishing their floors as you and I speak. So we do service older homes. We've even had floors where the customer brings us in and says, every other contractor said, can't touch it, rip it out. And Van is able to say, actually, I can refinish that. And then we're able to save them thousands.
Ooh, all right.
Yeah.
And you had me at Red Banjo. I'm definitely a pizza connoisseur, so I love that you're working with them. By the way, a quick plug for Red Banjo Pizza up in Park City, Main Street. Jump up there and grab some pizza.
Absolutely, and check out their floors. And to speak a little bit about them, just because I myself, just like you, are incredibly interested in history.
Yep.
They are the oldest living family in Park City. The grandma, who is still alive, purchased it, I believe, in 1960. And has owned it ever since. And her son took it over, and now his daughter's taking it over. So they have a lot of history in Park City. We sat down with the daughter, and she told us all sorts of interesting facts about the entire valley, things that would surprise you to know nowadays. So the Red Banjo has a lot of history, and the pictures on the walls are really cool to look at. So I highly recommend eating some delicious pizza, checking out those beautiful floors, and the history.
Nice. I love it. That's way cool. So tell us a little bit more about the business. So what I mean by that is there a job too small? Is there a job too big? What kind of jobs do you really like to focus on?
So the answer to that is everyone needs their floor done.
Yeah.
So we don't have a job minimum. We don't have a job maximum. Honestly, if the job is too big for us, we will honestly tell the client, we would love this opportunity. However, we do not feel we could fulfill your needs. That is the approach we would take.
Okay.
We believe that if someone has sanding and refinishing that needs to be done and we're able to tackle the job, that we would take it no matter the size. So we've done 1-room jobs, we've done huge 5,000 square foot jobs. It really just depends on, if we are the right fit for the customer. So I guess, that's a long way to say we don't typically turn down work. We just answer their questions honestly. And if they like the price and they like our schedule, then we're the fit for them.
Nice. I like that. Tell me more about geographic location. So where do you work?
So we say Northern Utah. However, we have gone as far south as Manti so far. And again, it goes back to even people in Manti need their flooring done.
Sure.
So if someone reaches out and it's 2 hours away, we won't necessarily do the estimate in person. We typically do virtual estimates at that point in time. However, if again, we answer their questions and they want to move forward with us, we will service them even in Manti.
Nice. Okay. So would you say that Manti is maybe as far south as you'd go? So let's say someone reached out from St. George. Is St. George an option for you guys?
That it could be an option. There would definitely be some travel charges involved in that. And so honestly, if someone reached out from St. George, I would first say, I would highly recommend trying to find a contractor in your area because that would save you money. If they were very adamant about, no, I've heard about your services, I want to work with you, then there would be some travel costs associated with that. So it's not necessarily that we're unwilling to travel the entire state. It's what makes sense for the customer.
Yeah, that makes sense. So just to say maybe more specifically, you'd maybe focus in between, let's say, Ogden and Provo, Park City, and Tooele, and then, of course, along everywhere in the bowl of Salt Lake City.
And, we've even, I would actually say Logan instead of Ogden. Yeah, we've serviced many homes, Brigham City, Manaway, Logan. So we've gone as far north as Logan, as far south as Manti. But yes, if we were to pinpoint an area, it would be Provo to Park City to Logan to Tooele. Okay,
cool. Now, and I didn't put this out for the question, but can you tell me if someone were to want to get hardwood floors, what would be the main thing you would say to look out for?
If they're wanting them, like let's say they don't have them currently?
Yes.
Can you explain?
So is there so like, there's all kinds of laminates, there's all kinds of different types of flooring and that kind of stuff. Is there something that you would say, maybe not utilize this particular kind of product and maybe go to this particular product or go to hardwood, something that maybe you guys specialize in?
Okay. So if a customer was coming to us and let's say they had carpet with just subfloor underneath, you definitely want to ask them, how do you use your home? Do you have a lot of animals? Do you have a lot of kids? What's your cleaning practice, like your preferred cleaning practices? Honestly, real hardwoods are excellent because they can be sanded and refinished at upwards of 20 times. So let's say you're tired of the color. Let's say you've got a scratch. Let's say you have water damage. All of that can be sanded and refinished. So hardwoods are an incredible product, real hardwoods. As a company, and this does not speak to the product in any way, shape, or form, but as a company, we tend to not recommend engineered or laminate planking. The reason being is in our experience, they're somewhat of a one and done product. If you have engineered installed throughout your home, what engineered is it's compressed particle board with a thin veneer on top of real wood. Now, if you get a scratch in that in the middle of your floor and you didn't purchase extra flooring, you're tearing out your entire floor and replacing. or installing over top. Same thing with laminate planking. It's not water resistant. Some of them market as water resistant,
Okay.
and there's a chance that they are more water resistant than other. But laminate planking is still, a compressed particle board type product. And I don't know exactly how each manufacturer makes it, so they might not all be compressed particle board. I'm just going with a generalized term. But laminate planking, same thing. If it gets scratched or water damaged, if you didn't purchase more of that product, you're doing a full replacement. Luxury vinyl planking is an excellent alternative to hardwoods because it's plastic composite. So it does not scratch easily, it's water resistant, and you have less likelihood of having the water damage or the scratch issue that most people would have. And believe me, you scratch your floor when you move your fridge, you scratch your floor when you move your couch. There are many, many real life reasons for why you would scratch your floor. So we would tend to recommend either hardwoods that can be sanded and refinished or luxury vinyl planking.
Nice. Okay. I really appreciate that added piece of information because I know that a lot of people would have questions about how that kind of stuff works.
Okay.
Tell me, who does your perfect client look like? So if someone were to refer you guys, who is that person? Like, who is the best type of client for you?
So if we're talking perfect, definitely someone that understands that flooring is an investment. It is not inexpensive in any way, shape, or form. Whether you're doing solid hardwoods or LVP, you're going to be paying money, not only for labor, but material. So the perfect customer understands that flooring is costly. In addition to that, real hardwoods are a living, breathing product. Wood expands and contrasts with the seasons, with the moisture in the air, humidity levels. So the perfect customer understands that their floor is going to move. You're getting true craftsmanship. This is not coming from a factory. So you're going to have gaps and expansion and swirl marks potentially and variation in color. And I mean, the list is endless because you're getting a unique custom product. So when I'm meeting with a customer and doing the estimate, if I get the idea that they're looking for more perfection, then we'll start talking about pre-finished floors or luxury vinyl planking. But the perfect customer for us knows that it costs a lot and it's going to be unique and custom.
Fascinating. Okay, that's really, really good to know because sometimes when you think of your floor, you think, okay, I'm going to get the floor done, the carpet or the wood or the whatever it is, the tile, and then it's done.
Right.
But what you just specified is that, with true wood floors, like you mentioned, it's sort of a living, breathing, it's like taking care of art.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, absolutely. I feel very strongly that real hardwood flooring is artwork. And we've had customers when we're done say the exact same thing, like this is a piece of art. And then it's funny because, sometimes people want to keep it pristine. Well, that's never going to happen with your floor.
Yeah, exactly.
And so we definitely tell people, live on it, enjoy it, know that it is going to have things happen. But we like to use a high quality product line that is very durable when it comes to finish. And so it's going to be years before they notice anything, but over time you are going to start seeing scratches in your finish and then it's going to start wearing off. And so we just tell people, live on your floors and enjoy them. And we also offer like a maintenance package. So like in 5 years, if our clients are seeing scratches in their finish, we come in, abrade and recoat, scratches are gone, and you've got another 5+ years.
Oh, that is awesome. Well, the thing that makes hardwood fun as well is that you get some of those marks that tell the story of the history of the floor. I think, in fact, I'm pretty sure it was my brother-in-law and my sister-in-law up in Washington. They had repurposed a lot of this flooring that they had in their house. and next to the fireplace, there's all these hatchet marks on the floor because the floor is so old. When they were literally cutting wood right next to the fireplace.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about some really cool story and history with that.
Absolutely. And that's the thing, carpet tends to look, old and worn out over time. Hardwoods, I feel like they just get better.
Yeah, because it gets character.
Yes.
Yeah. Whereas carpet, I mean, unless it's maybe like shag red from the 70s and you took really good care of it and then it's got character. But then you're going to have to want to live with red shag carpet. So,
well, I mean, I wouldn't be against that.
But there is something sort of nostalgic about it, isn't there?
Yeah, there is.
Oh, that's funny. So tell me, how, if someone sees this video, how does someone get a hold of you? Like, what are the different ways, the best ways to get a hold of you in your company?
Yeah, so I mean, traditionally you can start with the phone number. So we are always reachable at 385-955-3743. And then in addition to that, we are on social media. So we've got our Facebook, which is just at Statement Hardwood Flooring. We've got our website, which is statementhardwoodflooring.com. And then you could Google us. We are listed on Google and up to date, licensed, insured. So you're able to find us any way you want to search Statement Hardwood Flooring. You're able to find us and see our Google listing, verify our business license, find our website, and get in contact with us.
Nice. Okay. So now that we come to the wrap up, I want to know one of two questions. First of all, what is one of your favorite quotes or one of your favorite songs or both?
Okay. So quote is what I'm going to provide you with. And it's kind of lengthy, and it's actually from a television show. And I heard it years ago, and I had to rewind the show, I want to say 5 times in order to write it down, but it has just stuck with me ever since. So I'm going to share that with you. And it is, life happens to us, and we learn to be grateful when things are good and count our blessings when things are bad. And the only uncertainty in all of it is that things keep happening.
I love that. What show is that from?
Everwood.
I'm not sure if I've seen that before.
And I don't think it's very popular, but it's just one of those that I happened to stumble upon, probably on Netflix. It's been a year or two, to be honest. But it just really resonated with me. And I wrote it down and have just had it in my mind, on my mind ever since. So it's actually written in my current planner, and I write it in my planner every year.
Nice. That is awesome.
Thank you.
Well, now that we move to this, the wrap up, Kristen, I want to sincerely thank you for coming on to the Always the Journey TV show. Like I've mentioned, it's just about sort of providing a community service and trying to, help people get their business out. Now, I know you guys are crazy busy, but it's always good for people to know who, the local businesses are and so forth. But if I don't, if you don't mind, I'm going to have you just hang out in my studio for just a few moments while I go ahead and wrap up the show. Is that cool?
Yeah. And I just want to say thank you so much for the opportunity. And honestly, in addition to that, if another business owner were to watch this and have questions or want to reach out, or even an inspiring soon-to-be business owner, I mean, I'm always open for chatting about, the startup process when you're starting your business. So thank you, Jason.
You're welcome. And thank you very much for offering that, because there's a lot of businesses out there that need help. I mean, especially during this time. So I think it's good to know that there's resources out there like you in the community.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Thanks, Kristen. Just a few moments here.
Okay.
All right. Thank you very much again for joining us. We just had Kristen Bullock on for our number 4 episode for Always the Journey TV. Again, I'm your host, Jason Woodland. I'm sincerely thankful that you've tuned in and watched our show, and we sincerely appreciate you. Have a wonderful rest of your week. Take care.